I can die fighting. I imagine it's easier the second time around." Captain Duelos of the Courageous laughed. "Very good, Captain Geary. If that's our fate—" Numos interrupted again. "There's another option. If we break up, every ship for itself, some of us may win through to the hypernet gate." "Break up?" another captain demanded. "You mean every ship for itself?" "Yes. The slower and more heavily damaged ships are doomed anyway. There's no sense—" "My ship took damage because it absorbed enemy fire that would have been aimed at yours otherwise. And now you want to leave us to Syndic labor camps?" "If there's no alternative—" "Quiet." It wasn't until everyone stared at him that Geary realized he'd spoken. From their expressions, he wondered what his voice had sounded like this time. "This fleet will not abandon any ships." Numos spoke again, and Geary could see some of the other officers nodding in agreement with his words. "That's not a reasoned judgment, because you're not qualified to command this fleet. You know that. Your knowledge of weapons and tactics is hopelessly outdated. You lack understanding of the current situation, here and at home. You—" Something inside Geary flared to full life in a blast of heat. "Captain Numos, I am not here to debate command issues with you or any other officer of this fleet." "You're not qualified to command. You don't know—" "I know I'm in command by virtue of seniority and the last order of Admiral Block, and that if I require information to support my command, then my subordinates will provide that information. I'm not— And if you or any other ship commander feel themselves to be incapable of supporting me properly, or following orders, I will relieve them of command and replace them with officers I can depend upon. And, I might add, officers that other ships can depend upon to support them." Numos's face flushed. "Do you feel incapable of supporting me properly, Captain Numos?" Numos swallowed, then spoke with stubborn insistence, but without the confidence he'd shown earlier. "Captain Geary, your seniority is a fluke, as you yourself know. Your date of rank is almost a century old because your promotion to captain was granted posthumously. No one knew you were still alive. A century in survival hibernation does not impart any experience." Some of the other captains made small motions of agreement, apparently emboldening Numos again. "We must choose a commanding officer based on their ability to deal with the current situation, and that requires current knowledge." Geary stared back at Numos so coldly that he leaned back as if being threatened. "In the Alliance fleet I know, no one chose their commanders. I have no intention of allowing you or anyone else to interfere with my command authority." A stout man down at one end of the table cleared his throat. "Captain Geary is senior. He's in command. End of discussion." Geary nodded toward him, fixing the name and face in memory. Captain Tulev of the Leviathan. Someone Geary could count on. Then a woman in the uniform of the Alliance Marine spoke. Colonel Karabali, who must have inherited her command when the Marine general accompanying the fleet died along with the other flag officers. "We're sworn to obey our commanders and defend the Alliance. The Marines understand that Captain Geary is our commander under Alliance fleet regulations." Another ship's captain spoke up, her voice ragged. "Damn it! If he can't get us out of this, who can?" All eyes focused on Geary again as the woman openly voiced what so many of them had been thinking. He wanted to avoid those faces, but he had to meet their hope and skepticism dead on. Geary couldn't hide anymore. "I'm going to try,"